Hey everybody, it is Thursday, December 27th, 2018. How we doing today? How we doing tonight? Wherever you are in this great big world, hope you're doing alright. So this is kind of a loose video response, I guess, or something to the effect of my thoughts on something. I mean, call it what you will, I guess. But major shout outs to my brother Waylon from the Black Tower for reminding me that in between worlds, thank you for reminding me of him. I haven't seen anything from him since May, when he was on, I think, and I could be wrong because it's been May, since he was on, I believe, either Curtis Joseph's channel or possibly JD Temple's channel or JS Garrett, because I know he was in an interview with somebody and might have been EA Cowettings. I am not really sure. Point is, it was May. I've slept since then. See, what had happened was, my brother was like, my dudes, check out my interview. And I was like, cool. So I went to go check it out. And I saw this. And I'm like, oh, I need to check that out. Like, now. And, the title, Microwave Magicians, Instant Gratification is a God. Now, a link to this video will be in the description. It's one of those videos that you need to watch. I took some notes on his video. I got 11 points that he brought up, which more or less goes with what I've been saying. What any rational person with a brain that's in Magick would say. Microwave magicians. Well, I've been using the term since I saw this video. Microwave witches. Doesn't matter what you call yourself. Pretty much quick fix, instant breakfast, 1 hour photo society. Slap a TV dinner in the microwave for 7 minutes. Boom. You know? And this has been a problem for a while. I didn't really pay no attention to it because real life, YouTube. But ever since I got into Amino, almost 2 years now, I've seen it with the newer witches that come in. And sad to say, an adult or two that should know better. And I'm just like, it doesn't work like that. You just can't flick your wrist, say some spell, twitch your nose. This isn't Hollywood. magic doesn't work that fast. I mean, it can. And there have been cases that prove otherwise. But usually at a cost. Injuries. The loss of something. Death. Because you're in a hurry. You're not exactly writing out exactly what it is that you want. Oh, I want $100. The universe, which oversees the gods and goddesses themselves, is like, $100, huh? I get you that. But I'm gonna break your legs. What? Nothing. A couple days later, you have a nasty accident. You fall down the stairs. You're getting ready to go out on the ice skating rink and some masked hooligan with a crowbar hits you in the knee, making you unable to ice skate for quite a while. Or you crush your leg in a door or something. Doesn't matter. There's always a cost when you rush your magic. Magic isn't free. Magic is energy. It gets from point A to point B to point C in the path of least resistance as possible. I took some notes. I put out actually 12 because I count 0 as a number. I pointed out 12 points. He talked about mindset. If you have a shitty mindset, like, oh, this ain't gonna work. Well, it ain't gonna work. If you have a positive mindset saying, I know this is gonna work, it's gonna work. Laziness. That's the point of all of this. And this comes back in around... See, these are all connected to each other in some way, shape, or form. Laziness. That's the point of the video. You're so fucking lazy. You're like... Abracadabra. Damn. Where is it at? And the universe is like... I'm gonna make you wait. Because we've become so dependent on everything now. Now. That we live in a 1 hour photo, instant oatmeal, quick fix society. I mean, he says that. Everything he says in the video is true. Resistance, time with the gods, they cannot themselves just go, here you go. They too have to go through the proper channels of A, B, and C. They're not just going to hand you that $100 or that new car. Like Santa Claus. He talked about when the going gets tough and nothing happens, a lot of people rage quit. And that is basically talking about kids today. And again, some adults. That they think, hey, I'm going to be this all-powerful witch or sorcerer. I'm going to snap my fingers and it's going to happen. And then when it doesn't happen, right then and there, they kind of get mad. And they're like, this sucks. This ain't going to work. I knew it wasn't going to work. I fucking quit. Meanwhile, the universe is like laughing at you. Because you didn't give it time. Time is a big thing in this. And speaking of time, signs will appear that things are happening. One thing that these people don't understand is that just because magic will take the path of least resistance does not mean at all that there is no resistance. Just because it tries to go the easy way doesn't mean that there isn't any resistance at all. In some way, shape, or form, there's going to be some roadblocks. And you got to be prepared for that. You have to expect things. And sometimes spells don't even work because some things are at a fixed position that cannot be affected at all. The old saying, not set in stone, that's a fucking lie. Some things are set in stone and cannot be altered by magic whatsoever, no matter how powerful your energy is to manipulate. No matter how powerful the deity you call upon, whether it's a god, a spirit, or a demon, does not matter. Some things just cannot be affected. Which goes into laws exist. He talked about magic, despite it being energy, has to obey the laws of our physical plane. He talked about the astral world where things happen. But here, in the physical world, the waking world, magic has to obey our laws. Again, it has to follow the proper channels. If you say, I want a spell to turn me into a woman, or a dude, or a demon, or a vampire, or change my lover from a female to a male, or make them my sex slave and no one else, come on. Then we come back to time. Magic takes time. It just takes time. But here's a tip to what you can do to speed it up. By doing some actual work. Sitting on your butt, reading one book, and thinking you're a know-it-all? Or you watched Harry Potter or Sabrina, and you think, I'm going to be a teenage witch. and think you can just say a couple of words, flick your wrist with a wand you made or bought, and you think Timmy's gonna show up and take you to the prom, or you get that new car, or you get that $100. No. You can sit here all day, every day, and put in so many spells to say, to get a job. Yeah. Okay, the universe is gonna hear you. And it's gonna start working. But it's gonna take its time. Which could be a day, a week, a month, or even a year. But if you get out there, put in those applications, you're speeding it up. You're getting rid of some of the roadblocks. My brother, Magicology, talked about this. When it comes to job interviews, and you do magic to get a job interview, you are getting into a cost, but you got that job interview. The whole cost thing's another video. But you put the time, you did the work to get that job interview. Whether you get hired or not, that's a different story too. Now, he talked about the Illuminati affecting people's mentality with this generation. Talking about rappers, making deals with the devil, working with people that work for the devil and all of that. Which goes into what I've been saying with Hollywood. Hollywood music industry, kind of in the same boat, the entertainment. But Hollywood has kind of done some shady shit too. Like Harry Potter, Sabrina, the Teenage Witch, both the old one and the new one. Bewitched. Magic isn't like Hollywood TV or movies or books. No single spells are going to get you what you want. You can't do one spell and call it a day. Now, I'm going to have to disagree with him just a tiny bit. I have done some spells once. And I'm not going to argue because it didn't happen overnight. It did, however, accumulate here, accumulate there, to I got the full amount that I had asked for. And even then, it wasn't in cold hard cash. It came in the form of the things that I was going to buy with the money. Like a new tire. I mean, I got the full amount that I asked for. But I didn't get it in one large chunk. I got it here, I got it there. I didn't get money I got the actual item that I was going to buy. Which, if you ask me, upon reflection, I'll take that. I will. Because if I'm going to buy it anyway, it's like, hey man, I can get you a tire. Cool. Now, in the beginning, I have done some money spells that did give me the whole sum of what I was asking for. But again, it didn't happen overnight. It took maybe like a week. But then again, I was out there, you know, making it happen. So, and Haitian Bakor Leonard Elmera also brought that up too. Excuse me. He also brought that up. You just can't do a love spell and burn one candle for one night. You have to keep that shit going. You have to keep doing it. And they do agree, even though they are in two different worlds. So, I mean, the more energy you put into the spell in multiple workings, the more powerful it's going to be. But you just can't rely on one single spell working. And I'm man enough to admit that my ratio for spell work is 60-40. 60% failure, 40% success. I've had more failures than success. And there's various reasons why. I've had doubt. I was tired. I wasn't in the right mindset because I was exhausted. And I've had some spells that were a single spell night that worked. There's a lot of factors as to why my spells didn't work. He talked about easy gets you nothing but the mundane. And I can't agree with him anymore. Because I agree with that. Because if you sit there and take the easy way out, as he said in the video, hands you what you want on a silver platter, what have you learned? What have you gained? Let's go back to spell failure. When you fail, did you really fail? If you learned what you did wrong, you didn't really fail. You gained knowledge. So the next time you do something again, you know what to do better. And taking the easy way out won't get you anywhere. He talked about goals. And, for example, one of the adults is talking about people threatening them, but not delivering, and nothing happening to them. I wouldn't say that at all. If it's someone's goal to hurt this person magically, then they're going to do it. They're going to be smart about it. They're going to do things here and there. They're not going to tell them what they're doing, when they're doing, and how they're doing it. Which, a little bit of the problem comes with the kids as well. Because kids and this particular adult, they don't know the basics of magic, and they don't want to learn the basics of magic. They think they're this all-powerful whatever. When in reality, if you tell somebody what you're doing, magic-wise, contrary to what they may think, that sets up for them to counter your spell work. Telling people what you're doing in spell work sets you up for counter spells and interference. If you were to say, Karos, I'm going to curse you with, I don't know, severe blood loss. Okay, first of all, that's where you done messed up. You threatened me with the curse of what you're going to be doing. Now, I'm going to do everything in my power to counter that. And the maximum I can use a sigil is 3 nights in a row. While this other person is doing 1 night, thinking it's immediately going to happen. And I'm over here putting my energy in the same fashion of exhausting myself by losing my energy and putting it into my spell work for 3 nights in a row to counter that. And once that's done, I'm going to make sure that I'm protected in various other ways as well. I'm going to put in the maximum effort. And that was going to be my goal. So, and if you have this big goal, like he talked about, and doing 1 magic spell to accomplish this one goal, that's like huge. Sorry, you might want to break that down a bit. For example, I need a vehicle. I need to borrow a vehicle, which would be easier than my dad would be like, son, let's go buy you a car. Whereas he was like, son, I'm going to let you borrow my car, but we're going to get it fixed up first. You want to think realistically. You want to think realistically. And you want to break something like that down to what you can. One step at a time. Like right now, I could do a spell saying, I need this car fixed. I need my dad's car fixed. Then it gets fixed. Then part 2 of that goal is getting insurance and possibly up-to-date license plate. And then, part 3, which would be the after effect of, keeping it maintained. I'm not going to sit here for 3 nights saying, I need a car, I need a car, I need a car. Where the universe is like, I'm going to get you a car, but it ain't going to be tomorrow. I know I veered off a little bit, but some people have this delusion that they're this powerful witch and they can just make things happen. And then when they don't see the manifestations of number 4, which is signs appearing when they are fucking blind. I mean, come on. Come on. So, link to this video is in the description. In Between Worlds is the name of the channel. I'm gonna butcher his name very badly. Ragnason? He'll tell you his name. I apologize, sir. So, be sure to check his video out. I'm like, yes. So much truth. And that's why I put it in the comment section, to let him know I fully agree with him. And on that note, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna upload this, and I'm gonna watch my brother Waylon's interview with Mr. In Between Worlds, as I had promised. But I really wanted to talk about this because the new generation of witches, and sadly some adults, is just unconscionable. So if you're dealing with somebody that's like this, show them this video. This video drops actual knowledge. And it combines everything that Mr. Elmera, who I follow, because they agree on a lot of things. So with that, I will see you all later. Have a good rest of your Thursday. And I love you all. Hopefully I did pretty well.